Hello, Lovebugs. It's me, Loverrlee. Today, I have a very special Let's Build for you. It's been forever since I've done a Let's Build, but for cats and dogs, I really wanted to use this amazing new octagonal roofs that we got in the latest patch update. So even if you don't have the Sims pets, Sims for cats and dogs, you can still get these awesome roofs. However, I decided to actually kind of combine these two ideas by making it into a veterinary clinic with this very tall red octagonal structure. And what might you wonder what it is? Well, you probably already saw the thumbnail, so you already know what I'm trying to attempt to recreate here is a fire hydrant, one of those red fire hydrants, which honestly I really haven't seen too many actually around in my lifetime, but funny enough, they're always sort of synonymous with animals and needing to go potty. I mean, I guess if you walk your dog a lot, you probably end up seeing them more. I don't know. I always had like cats growing up, or my grandpa would go on the walk, do all the doggy walking stuff. But anyway, so that's what I was attempting to make in The Sims 4 today. So I found those, I knew that those cool like wall things existed in the game. There are actually two. There's wooden ones and then there's metal ones. I forget where they came from. I'm pretty sure it was like Get to Work or something. Could have been Get Together though. It's one of those main packs, I believe. And yeah, so I blew them up huge and put them on every single, all four sides to kind of imitate that shape of the hydrant. Unfortunately, they don't turn red. I really wish they did, because all the pictures that I was researching, looking at, they all match, the whole thing is painted the same color. But I feel like the shape, is reminiscent enough, and so I think people get it. But yeah, and also I kind of skipped talking over it, but at the very top, I was also trying to imitate, okay, well, since we can't rotate items, how the heck am I supposed to get it on the very top too, like you see in the pictures of hydrants? And I found that light and I blew it up giant, and it kind of works. It's a similar shape, similar color, obviously not exact, but I feel like it gives the feeling. And with The Sims 4 and building, that's just all you can do sometimes, because you can't custom, there is no create a style in The Sims 4 yet, hopefully someday, but even if not, we just kind of gotta really get our creative juices flowing there. So looking at all these, I was super happy that I found these windows, just trying to figure out the placing. So I ended up going with like the full height, because all of these, there's like, I think it's 3 or 4 stories. I think it's 4 whole stories at the very highest height. So this thing is massive compared to your Sim. It's really big building. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I know I say that in like all my builds, but I am very happy that I got it as close to like what I had in my head. So that's always a good sign, right? It's like it came out close enough to what I was sort of picturing, which is always awesome. So I'm trying to figure out the layout here now. There's like awkward spaced hallway down there. I end up getting rid of that just because it was just taking up way too much room to try to keep that back window. So I end up taking out that hallway, giving us more space on either side for either of these rooms. So this downstairs floor is gonna be the lobby, and then the 2 clinics on either side. And then like a main table. You don't really need a main table, like I forget what they call it, like just like a lobby table, right? Where you kind of quote unquote check in. They actually have a really tiny like kiosk. It's like 1x1 square that you use to do that. I ended up putting 2. Just a note, I did not get enough chance to actually play test this as much as I usually do all my other Let's Builds. So if you do in fact like run into any issues, I am sorry. I don't know much about the veterinary clinic. I will be play testing it very extensively in my new series that I just put out today. Yeah, on the 10th, right, I wanted to do it first day that I could, putting out a video on, well, this one's going to be technically on the 11th. I'm going to publish this video that you're watching right now for me tomorrow, which would be the 11th. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that my very first Let's Play of The Sims for cats and dogs, I put out, it's like an hour and a half long, because I don't know how to edit myself down. I'm just like, you guys can fast forward me whenever you want to, and you can listen to me just ramble on and on. I don't know. I attempt to sometimes like cut it down, but yeah, for that one, I was just like, it went by so fast trying to look at all the new stuff, and I was like, before I knew it, it was an hour, like almost an hour and a half flown by, and I was just like, you know what? I don't know how to like edit this much down, and I like barely did anything. So like, yeah, definitely excited to play test this extensively with my new veterinary, it's career tech. It's not technically a career. It's more like it works like a retail lot, supposedly, but you don't need the retail lot. Or you don't need the packs that have retail to use it. Like it's its own thing. You don't necessarily need get to work or get together. However, I use it in my build because at this point, this whole build up until like the end part, I pretty much wanted to build it without using all of the new items that we got as sort of inspiration, because I kind of noticed I did do a little research this time. I don't usually do research, but I was really curious like what other people were deciding to design for their veterinary clinics, and like I just wanted to see what was out there. I definitely didn't want to step on any toes and, you know, realize after putting on so much effort that somebody else like, you know, had already beat me to this idea and had already made this thing, which, you know, knowing me would happen, but luckily, as far as I know, hasn't. So hopefully, yeah, my build will be out there. As when I checked on the gallery when I uploaded it, it was like the only Hydrant building out there, you know? Yeah, but like, I don't know. If you guys don't know, if you don't usually watch my Sims videos, hi again, I'm Loverrlee. I make a lot of very, very kitschy, very kitsch stuff. I'm not afraid of color. I'm very, very bold and wild and crazy when it comes to my designs. And especially for something like this, it's no exception. So as you can see, I picked a very strong, bold theme of red because I noticed a lot of other people were they were getting more inspired by like all the scenery in the new world, Brittleton Bay, which is fabulous. It's so beautiful. But like, I just wanted to kind of separate myself from that and do something that wasn't very nautical looking, that wasn't very like cool tones, because they were all cool tones. They were all like blues or purples or greens, a lot of green builds, and it's just like those are amazing and I love those, and they all turned out beautifully. I'm not, you know, putting out anyone else's builds, but I just really wanted to attempt to make something that was really on the other, you know, really out there, really on the other side of that. So I decided to go with this red fire hydrant theme, because I love making builds that are just like giant blown up objects and making that into a building. Like, I just think I'm just such a dork or like a kid or something. I just think that would be so cool to like actually go to a place where like every single building was just a giant blown up object. Like, I know some people have those where it's like a duck house or something. I think that's so funny and awesome. And yeah, like obviously it wouldn't work for every place, but I think it would be really fun to go to like an entire town of just kitschy buildings, if you know what I mean. So yeah, anyway, that was my theme, and that's what I was sticking with. So I did put down some toys. I made sure to make a little waiting area because, you know, sometimes the family comes together and they have to wait here. So I put a little kids waiting area as well as a pets waiting area in this main lobby spot. I don't know if I go back to it, but I will mention, because I mentioned it in my other, like, I kind of overviewed it in my like intro to my pet clinic. I'll link that in the end of this video because that one's already out. That was the first video I did, but I had already built 2 builds for that Let's Play, and that's what I'm speed building now. Yeah, anyway, hopefully that all made sense, but basically, if you don't have parenthood or if you don't have toddler stuff, like the actual toddler stuff pack, not the free update, but the toddler stuff pack, don't worry about it because they were literally, I just used 1 toy from each of those packs, and that's why they count. So everything else, though, I'd say is, you know, you can always look when you're on the gallery. It does, I don't know if you guys know how to do this, but it does show you exactly what I used, and which is an amazing feature. I just love the gallery so much. Like, they've improved it so much, like even from when it first came out. So yeah, so like for example, in order to make these awesome like car spots, I love this idea of using like the pool, you know, borders, like, and these like light up at night, so it looks really fancy and stuff. But that's actually a spa day exclusive item for the pools. So if you don't have spa day, you don't necessarily need it. I don't think it's going to take away from it because it's just in the background, you know, where I end up putting this lot down in Brittleton Bay. It doesn't even technically look like cars could get in there, but yeah, I just want to fill up the back of the whole lot. So just doing some landscaping around, very, you know, commercial. Again, I felt like this, unlike a lot of other veterinary clinics that I saw that could definitely they fit in, you know, perfectly to the Brittleton Bay, I felt like this was actually more or less could actually work in a lot of other more, you know, modern towns, especially like San Myshuno. I think this would work really well because it's a really big clinic for as far as vets go, and it's also very modern and I would say pretty high scale compared to, you know, some other things that look kind of more worn down or more like family run, you know, that kind of thing. This is like very clinical, very much like the hospital build that I made. I actually did already renovate a full hospital. If you guys like this one, you'll probably like that one because it's full, like it's all pink themed actually, and it's called the Mother's Birth and Spa Center, I believe I called it. Anyway, I can link that in this video as well, and that build is also a speed build I did. You can download it off the gallery as well. All my builds you can download off the gallery under hashtag Loverrlee. That's Loverrlee, 2 R's, 2 E's, or else it's not me. And then, but my EA tag is actually The Last Love Bites. So just so you guys know about that. But anyway, I usually link all of where you can actually download it from the EA like official gallery website. Like you can actually go to the website, click download, and then it will automatically throw it into your game for you. It's really cool. So you don't even have to be logged into your game to download these things. I don't know if you guys know that, but yeah, now I'm actually officially putting in all the vet clinic items. So I didn't realize I needed trash cans, so I'm just throwing those in there. Pretty much the last things. Yeah, like I talked over a lot of it, but you know, I had like bathrooms in here. I even made a designated spot for like the veterinarian, you know, employees. We'd assume there's maybe more than one. Like I said, I have no real clue about like what's required of this veterinary career / I don't know, retail lot thing. I'm gonna be discovering that in my Let's Play. but until I do, I just kind of had to take a stab at guessing sort of what they would need here. So as to the best of my knowledge, based on what I saw other people putting in, and obviously making sure all those requirements were checked off, even the optional ones. So that is what I did. Last little finishing touches were all these little cute statues and the signs. I love that these signs were over the door, so they fit perfectly. I'm so glad they actually had red something, because a lot, like I said, even the items that came with this pack, a lot of them were not in those colors. But yay, so here's what it looks like on the outside. Also sneak peek of the next build coming up in the background. That is actually my veterinarian's home, so she'll live next to this lot. That's why you're seeing it this way. Yeah, just a nice outdoor area in the front, and then this is the back. And like I said, the view looking up this is a massive build. This is what it looks like right as you come in. Very, very, very red. Like, woo. I hope you like the color red, because it's very bold, overpowering. But yeah, I tried to break it up a little bit with the white and stuff. But yeah, here's the bathrooms. Just like a little surgery room that's upstairs. Put all those optional items in there. This is just sort of like a filing cabinet employee only room, and then this is like the employee lounge, lunch area. And now we're getting into the layout. But if you guys like this, please give it a giant thumbs up. I really, really appreciate that when you do that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And until the next time, I hope you have a lovely day.